Happy December, Gemini. Welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. This is my channel, Starchaeology Tarot, where I read your tarot cards for the month. We're going to be looking at what this December has in store for you and what specific challenges you're up against, what you want to what you need help working through, or what you would like specific insight on, strengthening, encouraging, and enlightening. If you have a specific intention you'd like to set with this reading, please do that now. I'm going to tune in and shuffle, and if you dig this reading, please comment, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build my community right now beyond just my loyal clients who I do readings for regularly, and I would so appreciate your support. Okay, Gemini, let's see what is in store for you. Okay, Gemini, December for you holds within it a possibility to channel a very pure creative energy in yourself, a very pure creative authority in yourself too, to truly be aligned with what you feel at soul level you need to do, what you're here on earth to do, without any of the kind of structure, practicality, logic that might serve you at times, but also might limit you at times. It's a giving up of that, and to other people, this might look like you are being foolish. It is a threat to society to act on instinct rather than on practicality. It is a threat it is a threat culturally. It is a threat to the people around you to be an example of that. Even when the only things you're risking are your own, are things that only affect you, it makes other people sometimes nervous to look in and see what you're doing, mostly because it says more about them than it says about you. But what's kind of like right on the what is the defining test of your December is how willing you are to follow instinct rather than to follow rules. And the Fool card is coming here in the center of this spread, meaning everything rests on that courage and that faith that the Fool is asking you to step into. If you are able to do this, you not only assume this authority over what is driving you, this authority over your purpose and feeling very aligned with action, because there's also something I think, like, up until this point maybe you've been in your head in certain ways, especially when it comes to getting what you want, and you have a unique opportunity right now to be aligned, to have your action align with what you feel is most important to you. Not so much aligned with anything that you think, but really what you feel on a gut level. And it's like taking the middleman out, taking your brain out of the equation, and seeing what kind of magic can happen. The Queen of Wands holds a sunflower because there's this almost natural component to this kind of Wands fire alignment when this happens for us, where we just, like a sunflower, we turn and we just face wherever the light is shining on us. December for you is like you effortlessly turning to face the light. And then your growth is inevitable. Your achievement is inevitable. You will inevitably bloom if you're just able to surrender to what is natural about this. This is an unnatural thing sometimes. Thinking is an unnatural thing sometimes. It is in this specific situation for you. It is regarding this specific goal that you have, this happily ever goal that you have, this perfect picture of emotional fulfillment and emotional abundance that you have in mind. you can't think your way to that in December. It's really about feeling your way to that. And part of feeling your way to that means taking the risk in acting on instinct rather than logic, and really not caring what other people think of you, not caring about what society thinks of you. The Fool appears when it's propelling us. It's like the push that we always need between whichever cards appear. It's always the push that evolves us to that next stage. There's also something, I think for some of you, you already are in a state of bliss. You already are in this state of emotional fulfillment, but you don't feel in charge of it for some reason. You feel like you're at the mercy of it, or the fear of not having it is what's driving you. So even in moments of bliss, in moments of gratitude, you feel very affected. Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear that thumping bass outside. But even in moments of bliss, in moments of gratitude, you feel like you are at the mercy of some outside force that could take it away at any moment. That's not what real gratitude is. That's the difference between gratitude and relief, which is actually a very negative, a very fear-based feeling. Gratitude, there's no fear in gratitude. And without the gratitude of this achievement, if you do have this kind of emotional fulfillment in your life, whether you have it or you're coming into it in December, it doesn't mean anything if you're not able to be present in it, and you can't be present in it if you're fearful in it. So this is like the Fool is connecting the dots here between this bliss and actually feeling how you hoped that bliss would make you feel. Actually feeling what you assumed ahead of time, that kind of bliss, that the delivery, that wish fulfillment would bring you emotionally. What action that would inspire in you, where that would take you, being in this place of abundance. And it's connecting the dots to the Queen of Wands, which is how you really believe that you would feel, which is in pure alignment with Source, really aligned with divine energy, not letting the parts of us that are human and beautiful and imperfect also sometimes limit us, not letting those limitations, those kind of painfully reflective or painfully introspective parts of ourselves get in our way. Let me clarify just one more thing about how they've been leading up to this point. So there is an element too of just a lot of chaos and confusion. Oh, no. Sorry. An element of the past. Being very past focused and letting that determine what you think a good future for you is. Letting your past define what your future goals are. Almost like you're thinking, if I could just go back to how that was, instead of thinking, what would I build from scratch, regardless of what I've been through? What is the ideal situation I would build from scratch, regardless of what I've been through? And that's what it really means to create from a place that the Queen of Wands is in, to create from that throne, from that place of authority. Because Wands energy is so active, it is so present, it is the spark of inspiration in any moment. It is the spark of desire in any moment. And it brings you to that present moment in a way that you can't pay attention. You don't have the bandwidth to pay attention to any of the context that came before it or the future that comes past it. It's a kind of alignment with the present moment that ultimately aligns you with your highest purpose too, so that your action even becomes informed by that alignment. You act from a place of flow. And it's funny how sometimes we really can have a dream come true situation, or we really can be in a place of bliss or wish fulfillment, having so much around us that is so good, but we still feel out of alignment. And that's because we're much more in a swords place rather than a wands place when it comes to that action. So Gemini, take a leap off the cliff into this present moment. The longer you wait on that ledge, the more you focus on the past that has brought you up until this point. And it's like almost that past is building, is making the jump harder and harder the longer that you wait on the ledge. You are diving, it's not even about diving into your future, it's literally about diving into your present moment and trusting that you will be supported in this moment. That alignment is not something that you have to constantly be working up to, but that you can have a kind of instant gratification with it. And that happens from shifting an internal shift, shifting to a state of faith, and not being afraid of how anything you're doing looks on the outside, but really being true to the authority within yourself. Turning to the sun within yourself, and knowing if you just turn, it sometimes is the slightest adjustment, like that sunflower, that then it was going to make that sunflower bloom. But it doesn't take much effort to know what is good and what's bad, what's a good influence, what makes you feel light versus what makes you feel dark. And then literally just saying yes to the thing that makes you feel light, regardless of the practicality or logistics of it. This is a time to have courage. This is a time to have faith. And even sometimes even the most minute adjustments, the most minute actions can be huge leaps of faith, can be huge demonstrations of courage and loyalty and dedication to that inner authority. Gemini, I hope this was helpful. Your December could truly be so shiny for you, so abundant, so beautiful. If you're able to make that adjustment for yourself, because you're the one who will benefit from it the most. You're the one who will be hurt by it the most. So really just focus on how this is affecting you first and foremost. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a message in the comments about this reading. I'd love to hear details about how this is manifesting for you specifically in your life. I love connecting with you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, Gemini. Have a great December.